Her eyes can reveal everything she's too shy to say. Today, we're going to talk about the 10 subtle but powerful eye signals that show she's into you. Once you know these, you'll never second guess her feelings again. 1. The double take. Picture this. You're at a cafe, casually scrolling through your phone, and you notice her glance at you. A moment later, she does it again. That second glance? That's no accident. Women rarely give a second look unless there's a reason. The double take is one of the most common ways women subtly show interest. The first glance might be a quick scan of her surroundings, but the second one? That's her checking you out. It's deliberate and often paired with other small cues like adjusting her hair or fixing her posture. She's trying to ensure she looks her best just in case you notice her noticing you. Here's the secret. Don't overthink it. If you catch her in a double take, smile or meet her gaze confidently. A simple, natural response shows you've noticed her and are open to engaging. She'll pick up on your confidence, and trust me, that's exactly what she's hoping for. 2. Prolonged eye contact. There's a reason prolonged eye contact is a classic sign of attraction. It's direct, bold, and impossible to ignore. If she locks eyes with you and holds that gaze a moment longer, then what's socially normal? She's sending a clear signal. It's her way of testing the waters, creating a connection without saying a word. Here's where most guys fumble. They look away too quickly, either out of nervousness or fear of being awkward. Don't do that. When she holds eye contact, meet her gaze with the same level of confidence. You don't need to stare her down, just let the moment linger naturally. Add a small smile or a subtle nod to show you've picked up on her signal. Prolonged eye contact is a sign of interest, but it's also a test of your confidence. Women value self-assuredness, and this small moment can speak volumes. The key is to keep it playful and light, not intense or overly serious. 3. The quick look away. Imagine catching her looking at you, and the moment your eyes meet, she quickly glances away as if she's been caught. That's the quick look away, and it's more revealing than you might think. Women often do this when they're drawn to someone, but feel shy or nervous about making their interest too obvious. The quick look away is her way of balancing curiosity with caution. She's intrigued, but doesn't want to seem too forward. To decode this signal, watch what happens next. If she looks back again after a few moments, she's definitely interested. This back and forth dynamic is playful and inviting. It's her subtle way of saying, I'm curious about you. Your move, respond with warmth, a small, confident smile, or a quick wink can turn this interaction into a lighthearted, memorable exchange. She'll appreciate your ability to pick up on her signals and respond with charm. 4. The side glance. The side glance is the epitome of subtlety. Imagine you're at a party or in a group setting and she's engaged in a conversation with someone else, but her eyes, they keep darting in your direction. That's the side glance, and it's packed with meaning. Here's why it's significant. The side glance allows her to gauge your attention without making her interest too obvious. She's curious about you, but wants to keep things low-key. This move often signals that she's aware of your presence and wants you to notice hers in return. If you catch her glancing at you multiple times, don't ignore it. Give her a small nod or a subtle wave. It's a low-pressure way to acknowledge her interest while maintaining an air of confidence. The side glance is a playful invitation, and your response can set the tone for a more direct interaction. 5. Blinking more often. This one is rooted in science, but it's incredibly telling. When someone is nervous, excited, or experiencing heightened emotions, their blink rate naturally increases. So, if you notice her blinking more often while looking at you or during a conversation, she's likely feeling some kind of attraction. This isn't something most women are consciously aware of. It's a physiological response. Pair this with other cues like a lingering gaze or a playful smile, and you've got a clear sign she's interested. Increased blinking often accompanies other subtle shifts, like leaning in slightly or tilting her head as you speak. The best part about this signal, it's almost impossible to fake. If she's genuinely attracted to you, her body will naturally react and you'll see the signs without her saying a word. 6. Dilated pupils. Let's get a little scientific. When a woman is attracted or excited, her pupils naturally dilate. It's an involuntary response controlled by her nervous system, and it's one of the most authentic signs of interest. The tricky part? It's subtle. You're not going to see her pupils go from tiny to massive, but if you notice her eyes look darker or softer when she's looking at you, that's a strong cue she's into you. Here's the catch. Lighting plays a role too. Dim environments naturally cause pupils to dilate, so don't rely on this as your only indicator. But if you're having a face-to-face conversation in normal lighting and her pupils seem larger than usual, combine that with her body language. Is she leaning in, smiling? If yes, her pupils are giving her feelings away. One pro tip: maintain good eye contact. The more you engage with her, the more likely you'll catch this subtle but powerful sign. 7. The lingering gaze. There's something undeniably magnetic about the lingering gaze. Imagine catching her looking at you, and instead of quickly looking away, she lets her eyes rest on you just a second or two longer than normal. This isn't accidental. That pause is her way of signaling, "I'm interested." The lingering gaze is a confidence boost, but it's also a test. She's gauging your reaction to see if you'll notice and respond. Women often use this move in settings where direct conversation isn't an option, like across a room at a party or even during a meeting. It's her way of connecting with you without saying a word. Your move? Don't overdo it. Hold her gaze for a moment, then offer a small, warm smile. This keeps the interaction light and inviting, leaving the door open for her to initiate the next step if she wants to. 8. Eye flirting. Eye flirting is where things start to get playful. It's not just about looking, it's about adding personality to those looks. Think of things like a slow blink, a slight squint, or even a cheeky wink. These gestures might seem small, but they're loaded with intention. Women use eye flirting to create a sense of fun and intrigue. It's less about subtlety and more about engaging you on an emotional level. A raised eyebrow or a playful narrowing of her eyes can signal mischief, curiosity, or even direct interest. If she pairs it with a smile or a head tilt, she's definitely inviting interaction. The beauty of eye flirting is that it's low risk for her, but highly effective at grabbing your attention. To respond, mirror her playfulness. If she winks, raise an eyebrow back or give her a lighthearted smirk. This builds a sense of connection without the pressure of a full-blown conversation. 9. The over-the-shoulder look. This move is bold yet casual. Imagine she's walking past you, and instead of continuing on her way, she throws a glance over her shoulder to look at you. That's not random. It's a calculated move to see if you're watching her. It's her way of leaving the door open for you to make the next move. The over-the-shoulder look is especially common in public spaces like bars, events, or even at the gym. It's a combination of intrigue and confidence. She's essentially saying, "I'm curious about you, but I want to see if you'll take the hint. Here's your play." Acknowledge it with a smile or even a quick "caught you" in a playful tone. This not only breaks the ice, but also lets her know you're aware of her interest. If she responds with a laugh or another glance, she's definitely into you. 10. Her eyes follow you. One of the most telling signs of attraction is when her eyes follow you, even when you're not directly interacting. Picture this. You're at a party, and while she's chatting with her friends, you notice her eyes keep darting toward you. This isn't just casual observation. This is focus. She's tuned into you, even from across the room. This kind of attention signals that you've made a strong impression. Women don't usually spend time tracking someone unless they're genuinely interested. If you notice this happening repeatedly, it's your cue to approach her. She's already opened the door with her body language. All you have to do is walk through it. Start with something simple. Approach her with a smile and say, "Hey, I noticed you noticing me, so what's your story?" It's confident, lighthearted, and creates an instant connection. Here's one bonus tip for sticking around. Watch how her eyes react when you're talking. If they dart between your eyes, lips, and hands, she's not just listening, she's captivated. This is one of the most intimate nonverbal signals of attraction, and it's often overlooked. Now you know the 10 eye signals that reveal when a woman is into you. The best part? Women use these signals because they want you to notice them. So next time you're out and about, pay attention. Her eyes might just be telling you everything you need to know. If you've noticed these signs before or have your own stories to share, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights like this. Keep your eyes open, literally, and we'll see you in the next video.